kids and a wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card, charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Andy, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hard until sunshine bright. Then I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm not hurting anyone. Ah, let's live.
Hey there, Islanders. If you're going out to the beach, you better get an early start. Traffic is miserable.
Well, I'm coming of age, you know, that page, trying to get down in Levittown, dancing in the dark and...
Hello, we're on the air. We have an audience tonight. Thank you so much.
Welcome back, darling. Welcome back.
I am back from the great and wonderful Las Vegas, Nevada.
You had a
And
great time.
I had the best time ever. And I came home with money. Yeah, so that's the best time ever.
Best time for me, too. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was a good time for him. He didn't have me for almost 10 days.
No, but also that I didn't have to give you money.
You gave me money.
Yeah, I gave you money and you came back.
Gave
with
me
it.
money to go. He goes like, yeah, it's your birthday. Here's a couple $100. Have fun.
More than a couple of hundred.
Well, 400. You have to get literal. He gave me 400 freaking dollars. That's $2 more $100 than I said a couple. But that's okay because I spent that 1, 2, 3.
Great. No, I'm glad you had a good time.
I had a wonderful time, and I went with my niece and one of my besties,
Yes.
Kathy. And it was the first time she was ever there. So it was an experience watching her see everything because she's not a gambler. And then she got in front of those machines and she's a gambler now. She won money and like I win $100, $200. I go, okay, let's keep going. I don't get excited. Kathy won $100, and I know you're watching, Kathy. She won $100 and she's like, I won. And then she goes, and we go into one of the casinos, and she was stone cold sober, and she's dancing down one of the aisles, and everybody's going, congratulations. I said, Kathy, you can't do that in a casino. They think that you won big. She goes, oh, I was just dancing to the music. And I'm like, no, you can't do that.
We have a couple of pictures of you in Vegas.
We have to. Oh, there I am.
You're with your niece, Karen.
That's my niece, Karen. That was in the Bellagio. They have a flower show, a different one every single season. And so that's what you see in the background over there.
That's a nice show.
And, oh, yeah, that's me. We went to the Sphere, which I highly recommend everyone should go to the Sphere. If you go to Las Vegas and you don't see the Sphere, you're an idiot. Because it is unbelievable. And then it was $114 to see a 30-minute movie. However, it is layers and layers and layers of different floors that you go on with all these different electronics and robots and stuff like that, which is great. And then it's just like this. Let me see. It's just like this. This is how you sit. Just like this. One on top. So I don't know why they have concerts, because there's no dancing. If you get up, you're going to fall right down. You can't dance.
So what is this?
This is the seats. They're like this.
I'm looking at
go
your
up.
hand. I'm like, wait.
It's like
What are you sitting on somebody's
It's like you're
knuckles?
going up. Yeah, basically. It's like you need 2 poles. Like you're going skiing to go up. I was holding on for dear life. I am telling you, there was women going up there with walkers, canes, going past me. I'm going, holy shit, I don't want to look down. It's so steep.
And they're having Dead and Company,
What?
which is John Mayer with the members of the Grateful Dead. And they dance. So that's why at
Yeah.
a Dead concert, you dance.
You have this much room in front of you, and you can your knees are touching the person in front of you. And if you are over
So it's like
5'3".
stadium. It's like
This is how the guys in front of us were sitting. I kid you not. They had their legs all the way up here. They were like 6 foot. There's no room. So if you're heavy or if you're over 5'4", it is so uncomfortable.
wow.
But you gotta go. You gotta go. You do, because it is amazing.
I'm good.
I mean, it's a movie. If you ever went to the thing called Soaring in Disney or anything, it's the whole inside becomes a movie screen, and you are literally immersed into clouds, and you go travel all around the world, and the jungles and this, and elephants are going right past. It's incredible. It's worth the danger of sitting in those seats to go. It really is. It really is.
Well, like our show tonight is worth the danger.
Worth the
Oh,
danger.
there is the Paris.
That's
yeah.
where we stayed.
That's where you
That's
stayed.
where we stayed. I wouldn't recommend it. No, they're under construction right now. So we had one night where there was no.
It looks really cool.
It's
Paris.
gorgeous. We ate in that tower for my birthday, and the food there was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You love the food.
The food in Las Vegas, you cannot beat.
Anyway, what I was saying is that tonight's show is also going to be as exciting as Vegas because we have two amazing guests.
Amazing guests.
Great friends.
Great friends.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
Wonderful men.
Wonderful. Fantastic. You want to know who they are? Tell them, Betty.
Who are they? Okay. Arnie Price and the inimitable, the abdominal, abominable,
The abominable
the
snowman.
abominable Lee West. Lee West, who we have a lot to talk about. Lee West had a show here,
Right.
reality TV, when a Paradise Studio was around the block. So in the
That's one of the
original
first
Paradise Studio.
He was one of the original people to even do shows like this.
Yes.
They weren't even doing shows like this.
They know, yeah, right.
Yes.
And we have a lot to talk about with
We have a
both
lot
of
to
them.
talk about.
Well, Arnie, there's a lot to know about Arnie.
There's a lot to know
and
about
Lee.
Arnie too.
So anyway, we heard about you and the great time you had in Vegas. Do you want to know what I did?
No, no. But what did you do?
Well, I went to some movies and I did a lot of yard work. I landscaped.
Oh, he did do the landscaping in front of the house.
And you love
Beautiful,
it because the front of the house can look great. The back of the house still looks like
no, it's
there's
getting there.
homeless people living back there.
No, not that bad.
And-
It's not that bad.
A cat lady. I think there's a cat lady living in the bushes in the back.
That's
But
possible.
that's possible. But I was in a movie. I did a role in a movie, and we have the poster of the movie called Scarred Angels.
My husband, the
And-
poster child.
So that's a Greg Criticos film,
Right.
and Greg was the guest the last show we did.
I saw that show.
Right.
When I
Did
came
you like-
home, I saw it.
Right.
Yeah, I
And,
know. It was a great show. Thank you, Dawn Sill, for
Yeah.
co-hosting for me. You
Don
did a great
and
job.
Greg and Courtney Atera.
No, that's to say our time is up.
Our time is up, but
You're up. You're done.
so anyway, yeah, and that's all I get.
Benny's
I get
gonna be in a
30 seconds.
movie. It's gonna be
And-
in a movie, everybody. Benny is gonna be in a movie. Hello, thank you, Jesus.
And when the film comes out, when it's in post-production, when it comes out, we're going to have the director and the cinematographer, and then we're going to have the two actors that are in the poster, Greg and Noah.
Oh.
Noah Forrest.
I don't know a Noah.
So I don't know how we're going to do that. If we're going to we'll probably do two separate shows with them.
Or you could just do it by yourself and have the three of them sitting here, and I'll be in the audience clapping.
All right. And
Son of
we'll
a
bring
bitch.
you up.
Get out of here, Nancy.
No, I need to talk to you in the beginning
Oh, all right.
because you are my muse.
I
I
also drive him here.
I can drive.
Anyway, I just want to take one more second because
all right,
I don't
sure.
know if you are familiar with the comedian Bobby Collins, and who the heck is not familiar with him. Anyway, I have both of his books signed and autographed, of course, naturally.
Signed and autographed. Wow.
Signed and autographed because we don't
What a-
just sign it; we sign it and we autograph it. So anyway,
That's very coincidental.
it is. I know. I'm hot. I keep telling him turn the air on. You won't turn the air on.
He opened the door.
You
Break
know,
a window.
I know. We'll break a window. I'm hot. I'm having a hot flash.
Lee West is going to get a big leaf, and he's going to be like the
he's gonna
Greek
be
guy.
doing this. And then this is Leanne Lords, another comedian. She has also a book, and of course,
But Bobby's new book now on the inside is what he used to say. That was the first book.
right.
Now the new book
is on the
outside,
which are both hilarious books.
they're great books.
When you go to a show, he'll have them there. Buy it because it's worth the money. It really is. They're fantastic books.
Bobby Collins is great. He's very funny. And then when Nancy met him the first time, I was with her, and he says, "Hi, Nancy. Did you bring your dad?"
Yeah, he did say that.
Oh, like, yeah, you bastard.
And then of course Julia, my girl Julia. I just mention her name all the time.
Julia Scotti, yeah.
Julia Scotti. I mean, if she comes around to Patchogue and she goes out to Riverhead, wonderful. You must go see her shows. That's it. It's time to do a commercial. We're doing the jewelry commercial.
Oh, I don't know. We didn't even talk to. We're so disorganized today.
Bobby, do you have that commercial for our sponsor?
Anything you could.
Or just throw something on.
Throw something on. And,
Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery. Keys Love Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry for men and women at affordable pricing, guaranteed to never tarnish or turn. And Keys Cutlery, a cut above the rest, specializing in hunting, camping, fantasy, everyday use, and self-defense equipment for your personal safety. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery are both located inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. That's inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. Check their websites out at keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. That's keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. Got a question? Give them a call. 631-379-1781. That's 631-379-1781. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery.
We talk about it, but not a lot. Just a little bit. We'll talk about it a little bit.
All right, we're back, everybody, and we are here with the very famous Lee West.
very famous, the abominable Lee West. I don't know. How you doing, buddy? Love you.
Adorable. Love this man. Love him. I've known him since he was in his 20s.
That's true.
Yes, since he was 20s.
I was actually Facebook friends with you, I think, for many years before I even met you.
That's probably like in the comedy world, we do a lot of that. You know, that's how you start to network and stuff like that. You know, and I do that with a lot of broads on the internet too. But hey.
So are you saying you're single and available?
That's disclosed information. We don't address that in public yet.
Oh, okay, not in public.
No, we don't. No, I'm just kidding. I got a very lovely lady back in the crib.
Oh,
so,
that's good.
And yeah, she's good. She's real nice to me.
But you're still not allowed 50 feet from any schools or anything like that?
Well, yeah, it's 100 yards.
100 yards.
Yeah,
okay.
But hey, the bracelet comes with real soon. And, you know, well, things will change. We'll be doing better, you know.
So you have children?
I have a very adorable 6-year-old. He is my whole heart in my world. Yeah, his name is Muggsy. He's half pit bull, half boxer. And he's 1,000% the best dog ever. I know. I birthed him myself out of my pee hole.
Oh man,
I did. He is my biological son.
He's
100%. And shout out to Muggsy the baby.
Now I met him at an open mic in the summer. You brought him with you.
More than likely, yeah. There's no me without him. Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
Should have brought him.
When I go to, I know, but it's too much shit for him to knock over. He's a little nuts.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah, that would have been a disaster.
When I go over to Fire Island, which I love going over to Fire Island, they don't know me without him over there. They're like,
Wow.
don't you have a brown dog? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, where is he? I'm like, He's home. Leave me alone. You know.
Where in Fire
Aw.
Island do you go?
I'm a big fan of Ocean Bay Park, the Schoons. Shout out to my Schooner boys. And of course, I got to run amok in Ocean Beach.
All right.
You know, I just got to tear it up.
You know, before she's laughing because before we got here, she told me, "Don't make this all about you, Benny, and don't talk about Fire Island."
Why do you want to talk about Fire Island?
We met at Ocean Bay.
Ocean Bay Park. That's
Bay
where
Park.
we met.
At Flynn's?
No, across the street from Scooter was a building. It used to be called the In Between, and before
And
that,
Skimmers.
it was called Skimmers.
Oh, that got to be before my time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I managed that bar.
Did you really?
I managed that bar there.
Very cool.
But I was like the main bartender anyway. So,
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I worked there for 8 years, 8 or 9
that's
years,
great.
and that's
I
where
love it.
Nancy and I met.
I love that.
But yeah, that building was condemned, right?
Yeah, there's houses now.
Oh, they knocked the building down.
Yeah, across the street from Schooners is all houses. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You really have to go.
Yeah,
And I think
you got
there's
the
a
bicycle shop, and then it's all houses.
Oh wow.
Is the pizza place next door the Schooner anymore?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, we eat there late. You know, yeah.
Oh, the one in the schooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the other one.
Yep.
That's gone too, bro.
Oh, that one's probably gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a bunch of
She
them.
wants to go. I don't
Let's
really.
go. You guys want to go? I'll show you guys a nice time over there.
I'll go.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Okay, we'll go
We're coming.
together.
We're coming. Eddie, get the rooms ready. We're coming.
Yeah.
Get him ready, Eddie. Hurry up.
Wait, so you hang out at the schooner? All right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we talked enough about fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did the Fire Island thing.
We did the Fire Island
I'm
thing
here. Hit me with the
anyway.
questions. Hit me with the questions. I'm here.
Okay, so I want to know how. Well, first of all, how did you start in comedy?
Oh, that's a great question. So when I started comedy, I was experiencing a really hard time in my life. I had lost my mother, a very dear to my heart, love, had tragically passed away, and then also another circumstance in my private life had happened all at the same time, and it really, I was at my wit's end and didn't know what to do, where to go. I felt all alone in the world and this kind of thing, and real talk coming right at you from Mr. Lee West right here. Sorry, I was about to cry, so I had to say something.
That's okay.
But so I needed a distraction and a drink, and this is how I became stand-up comedy. I ended up going to shows because I needed a distraction. I needed a laugh. I needed a distraction. I want to have something to drink. What else are you gonna do? You're gonna go to a comedy show. You're gonna have a drink, and you're gonna fall in love with the scene. And that's what had happened to me. I was,
Cool.
any of the people that I do open mics with, all the open mic guys, I love you, all of y'all, and I don't mean to do it on purpose, but I blurt shit out. When a comic is doing their thing, and I got something to rebuttal with, or I got something to say, or something. So I was heckling this guy. I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, but I was heckling one of the comics at McGuire's. And he said, "Yo, you think this is easy? You think you're funny? You think this is easy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Fill out that questionnaire card on your table." So I took the John Trusson class. Shout out John Trusson, Governor's Comedy Club, everybody like that. And I took the class, and I just.
And what did John have to say about you?
And after the class, they never really, reached out to me after that. Nice guys, I love them all,
Okay, that I never knew that about you, that you took the class.
I took the class, yeah.
Now, how did
That's
you
where I
get?
met Jessica Clazo. Shout out Lady JC. She was
Oh,
a
I
co-host
love
on
her.
reality TV for a good long while.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Yes,
she was-
yes.
she
I
was
wanted
one
to
of
ask
the
you about
best.
reality TV.
Oh.
How did reality TV come about? And I know it. The one thing I do know, reality shows were big then.
Right.
So it was.
That's what it was. The original idea, if you want to say the pitch to the show was I was gonna have like a volunteer cameraman follow me around, do my barbershop, do my transmission shop, do my regular day-to-day routine, which ends up being ridiculous, and most of all of my jokes. All of my jokes that I do on my set is all stuff that has happened, so it makes it a little more authentic, if you would, or whatever. People
Right.
are tired of hearing me say I do trannies or whatever, but I'm a transmission specialist. I do trannies. It's a thing I do, and it's a joke I use,
Right.
But so then what the show ended up evolving into was very much like what you guys are doing here today, and it's interviewing other talent. and I mostly just did that for a networking experience, which is why we're such good friends, and we're such good friends, and everybody else that ever sat down in that studio with me for that hour, we're still friends. We hug when we see each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? And cultivating relationships in this business is very difficult. So I'm gonna like your flyer. You're gonna like my flyer. We're gonna LOL on your post and this and that. And like you said, it'll be 7 years before we meet each other. You know what I mean? But we're cultivating a relationship over time. And then when you do it right here on a one-on-one aspect, it accelerates that like that. Like if you take a girl to Atlantic City for a weekend when you first start dating her, it's like dating her for 3 months. You know what I mean? You nail it in the first. All right, I can rock with this, and then you just go like, anybody want to go to Atlantic City? And then so it's like, no, but you do that in the first couple of dates to see if you can hang out with this person.
Right.
And that's what we had did just recently, and she loved it. I loved it. We had a great time and I going there.
Anyway, so I had watched an episode of Leah, and I found out about it on Facebook, and then I watched episodes. Jessica wasn't your co-host, your original co-host, but you had a woman co-host.
The original co-host, right? That was Becca. Becca was my first co-host, and she did some other radio stuff, and she's very personable and things like that. And I know her from the car business and stuff like that. So she was a good choice for the time at the time, 100%.
So I watched a couple episodes with her and you.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to be on your show, and I remember bugging you and messaging, I want to do your show. And then I did it, and I waited for you, and you come out in the parking lot, Jessica's driving.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, so that was so cool because I knew Jessica Colasso, and shout out to Jess.
Jessica
We all love
Colasso,
her.
JC, 100%, yeah.
So she was on, and you did a thing I didn't know. You had me just spritz, do some, like the camera was on me, and I did a live 5 minutes or something.
All right.
And I remember I did it live 5 minutes, and I was at that time. It was a period where I was just spritzing, finding.
Yeah.
So I did a thing about. I did a joke that I now still use about my GPS system is defective. I smoked a joint. The GPS got more stoned than I did. I do. So I just did this thing and driving around and everything, and then I sat down with you guys again. When the show was over, Jessica says to me, "Hey Benny, you should end that bit that you did with the GPS takes you to McDonald's because the GPS has the munchies."
Right.
And I was like, "Well, Jess, everybody, a lot of people do GPS jokes. I don't want to do that." And she's like, "Why not? It's funny." And I still use that joke, and I created it on reality TV.
There you go. A lot of things came. A lot of
and
great
then
things
Jessica
came out
gave
of
me
that.
that great,
Yep.
tagline there, that great punchline.
That's great. I love it when we help each other out.
And that was a fun. She had a lot of fun doing that show she done.
Absolutely.
So now do you have your own transmission place or?
No, actually, I had just joined forces with a good buddy of mine. Shout out to Joe at Top Gear Transmissions Patchogue. We got a nice racket going over there right now, and it's good. I'm very intrigued to see where this avenue is going to lead me in my life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're a barber. You're a barber also.
No, I just always go to the barbershop.
Oh, you said barbershop. I thought you just hang out at the barbershop?
No, I go get my hair cut. I mean, I'm hanging out there, yeah, but
Well, how often? You made it sound like you're always there.
I get my trim done. Jose, baby, I love you so much. We
Shout out to Jose.
Shout outs going on.
Jose, how you
Don't
doing,
forget
my
Tony
man?
Slippers, baby.
All right. Anyway, we're going to take another quick break.
Yep.
Already.
And we're going to... Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock.
Oh, my God.
We got another guest.
Yeah, we still got...
You know what? You're both such fun, wonderful people that you make the time go by.
We got a little sunshine.
That's it.
So,
Okay. All right, Bobby.
I'm really kissing it tonight.
Go to a break, Bobby.
Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery. Keys Love Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry for men and women at affordable pricing, guaranteed to never tarnish or turn. And Keys Cutlery, a cut above the rest, specializing in hunting, camping, fantasy, everyday use, and self-defense equipment for your personal safety. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery are both located inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. That's inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. Check their websites out at keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. That's keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. Got a question? Give them a call. 631-379-1781. That's 631-379-1781. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery.
I got this.
What is in that? Yeah.
And we're back, everybody. We're back here with Arnie Price.
Hey, Arnie. Nice to see you, man. Hey, don't let me hanging on to you.
Yes. Hello, sweetie.
Hey, how you doing? How
Arnie's
are you,
been
Arnie?
wanting to get on the show for quite some time, and I said once I became the co-host, I was going to get him on the show.
That's
That's it,
Thank
exactly. You're welcome. So now he's here, and now go ahead, ask him the questions.
Oh, now
Now
she was
Dad.
during the commercials. She's like, "Keep your mouth shut. I got this." And now she's like, "Okay, go for it."
Go for it.
No. Anyway, Arnie, you are you're 70 years old.
71.
71. God bless you. You look great. You don't look.
Thank my wife
and-
for that one.
I'm going to ask about your wife in a minute, but first let's make this about you.
Okay.
Okay, so you're retired.
I am retired.
You were a car dealer.
I worked as finance at a car dealer, and I was with Major League Baseball for 17 years.
Really?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know the Major League Baseball. What did you do with Major League Baseball?
I was a liaison
You
for
got-
the ball players.
Get the hell out of
Oh
here!
my God!
Oh, show that to the camera.
Look
There.
at that Yankee
The
ring.
camera. The camera's that little.
Yeah,
We have a
96.
star
It's a
here,
round part.
people.
What year?
96 World Series.
Ooh.
Wow.
So that has helped me now, even with my comedy, because I do a lot of private shows, and the ones that get it for me are some of these celebrities, some of the ball players that knew me from the past. They trust me, they know who I am, so they say, it's easier to get
What
work.
did you do with Major League Baseball?
I'd have to kill you if I told you.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't like things popping up
it's
from my
actually
past, but
George-
that's how I feel.
yeah.
It was
George
actually-
Steinbrenner's bartender.
I can tell you stories of Steinbrenner. No, what happened was I was with Chevrolet, and Chevrolet gave the cars to the teams.
Right.
So my job was to make sure everyone was happy with what they had. Smooth job.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
but they gave you a
That's
ring.
How you just stick? Yeah, if you want a nice car, you want a Chevy Blazer, or do you want a Caprice with roll down windows? So it depends how much.
Okay.
So they gave you. You got a ring.
96. They
Who
gave me
gave
the
you
ring.
the ring?
The Yankees.
But who was it?
It was because my name was on
No.
it.
But, oh, your name is no. But
He's part of the
but
team, bro.
did George Steinbrenner or who
Well,
did
Steinbrenner did it. The office gives it to you.
the office?
I wasn't standing with Jerry Jeter and them.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I know that, but I just
Jerry.
wondered like if Brian Cashman, even though I know he wasn't.
Brian Cashman was with the team, but
He
he,
was with
wasn't
the-
anything
Were
big at the
He
time.
was their mail
Huge.
guy.
I feel like that would have been like
More than
a
that.
He was their
George
mailman.
Costanza job. That would have been a George Costanza job.
Ah,
What?
yes, exactly.
George Costanza wasn't there.
Oh yeah, George Costanza gave
That
him the
would've
ring.
been-
There you go. But
We're huge Yankee fans.
that's cool.
You know,
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun, a lot of stories, a lot of different things I could tell you. I mean, we could be here all night with different
Yeah.
stories.
Oh, I didn't know
But
that.
it was fun. That's
Is that
my
in your
whole life
act? There is Yankee Stadium in your act in the Yankee?
No, I started, it got boring doing that, something. It was like, I'll tell you one quickie. I'm at Yankee Stadium, I'm hanging out. This is before the internet and all this back then. And I'm standing by the entrance with one of the security guards. I have a baseball with all the autographs on it, and I figure I'm just waiting for Tori to come in to get the sweet spot done. Up comes a limousine, out comes Gretzky, or whoever it was, holding the standing clip. He walks over because there was nobody there. It was me,
Right.
Joey, and him. And he sees the ball. He says, "Oh, let me sign that." He hands me the Stanley Cup, takes the ball, signs it, takes back the Stanley Cup.
You held the Stanley Cup?
That's the thing. It's like,
That's cool.
ah!
Whoa.
I'm not a hockey guy, but that's cool.
It was
Wow.
That is cool.
Wow.
Yeah, the Stanley Cup.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
brand
shit
right
like
there.
that.
That's awesome.
It's like my
That
son
is.
had, what's his name? Lou Brock was my son's babysitter.
Oh,
In
wow.
Atlanta. I mean, there's a lot of stories like
That's
that.
great. No, and then you retired and got into comedy?
I was into comedy. I started comedy in the 5th grade. I taught the kids how to make paper airplanes. That's the one who started that. I started to teach. No, kidding aside.
I love aviation.
I started, I guess, about 7, 8 years ago. A friend of mine, Bruce Lipsky, good
Yes,
comedian,
I know Bruce.
lived across the street from me when we were kids for years, and I haven't seen him. All of a sudden, I get a phone call. Hey, I'm doing comedy. I'm going to be at Governor's. You want to come? Yeah, I want to see Bruce. I haven't seen you in years.
It was a bringer show. He needed to get
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a bringer show. Hey, buddy,
I
I haven't seen you in 40 years. You were-
He paid for the ticket. I didn't know that.
Hey, I've
It's
done
okay,
that.
go
I've
to the
done
show.
that. Come to the show. I'll pay. Just I got to do the set.
I go to the show. I was very impressed. Very impressed. And I got the bug. She says to me, you should go to the Rich Walker Comedy
Bales,
College.
Yeah.
I'm in. So I went. Rich is a hell of a guy. I got
Yeah, he's a great guy.
What a
My
nice
baby.
guy.
He's on a show here on Wednesdays
I
with John
sent him, you know the
LaRocque.
funny
Yeah.
things that I do on the internet. I send him pictures of himself. He just cracks up.
Oh yeah, he
But
loves it.
he is just a gentleman. He taught me everything, and it got me going. Then John Butera took over, and
Yeah.
he got me going, kept me on shows, keep going.
Shout out John Butera, 100%, man. He's the
Yeah,
man.
you guys do a lot of John
He's the man
Butera
right
shows.
now.
Yeah, now I'm
he's
doing
killing
Chris. I can't pronounce his last name.
Greg Criticos?
Greg Criticos.
Yes,
I
Greg,
do his shows.
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah. Chris Gregagos.
He has an open mic he's starting Thursday in Astoria.
Right,
Right.
So
yeah.
he asked me to come down and try to bring some people. Just it's not a bring or anything. It's just an open mic.
Yeah,
But he wants some help. So I
yeah.
said,
Greg doesn't do bringers, but he does shows.
Yeah, I do his Broadway shows.
Yeah,
He's a lot of fun. He's a good guy and he's a funny guy.
he's very funny. Yes.
And I've done the parties.
You did the game show that I was co-host
stand
of.
up.
Yes.
Put up, shut up, and stand up with Don Sill.
You were the great with the.
The
I was-
Gagootz. When he does I love when he does the Gagootz. man.
Alfredo Gagootz.
Alfredo
He was
Alfredo
insulting
Gagootz.
him.
I love
Constantly
you.
He was on
insulting.
reality TV. He's got the apron on. He's got this fucking vegetable.
Yeah, I brought a good.
Gagootz.
I brought a
Yeah.
It's
Gagootz.
the
And
Gagootz.
he's-
Got that big mustache.
Yeah, I brought a
Oh,
Gagootz to the reality TV one time.
It was fun.
Prices.
It's fun. But
Yes.
now, I'm not. It's not a career for me. It just makes people happy, make people smile.
100%.
Great.
I mean,
100%.
my wife will not come with me to stores because I'll just out of the blue talk to people. You know what the hell? It makes them happy.
I'm just having a good time.
Yeah,
That's
me
all.
too.
Yeah.
She- She's
have a
pointing
good
to me.
time.
I pointed to him, but in reality, I'm like that. I
Yeah.
talk to everybody.
She
I'm
does.
always-
Talk
I'm
to
just
people.
cool, and people don't always get my humor. All right, so full disclosure, I was in the supermarket the other day, and it was this pregnant lady with a baby in a belly like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And then my best friend in the whole world, my buddy Dougie, shout out the wrestling shit, UWA wrestling, shout out to them. And then my buddy Doug, his wife, Mrs. O. And she was like this, so every day I'd see her, right? So when the baby comes out and I'm doing that at him, he knows that was me the whole time, right? You know what I mean? Shout out my baby boy Dustin, he's my godson, right?
I love the logic to that.
So I don't know. There was this pregnant lady in the supermarket, and I was like, hey, is there a baby in there? And I know you're not supposed to ask about that, but I was certain, right? So she goes, yeah, there's a baby in there. I says, give me that baby. I want to bite it. Nom, 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 nom. And a look of horror I got from the lady.
Shit.
God.
I gotta say something.
Oh my
I'm
God.
going to be a grandfather.
Yeah!
My son and my daughter-in-law,
Congratulations.
August. We're gonna have a little baby boy.
Oh, great.
I don't know what his name is. We keep throwing names. They're not gonna tell us.
Ernie something probably. I don't know.
But
So
that's
did she call the cops on you?
No, well, I'm not sure because I left in a hurry.
Now, 10 years ago, you could have gotten away with
With
that.
doing that, it would
You know,
funny.
and it's probably one of the pictures, like, I was probably shopping down the other aisle for dog food, and she was probably like, taking pictures of your boy, and then put it in their mom groups. Like, look out, he wants to buy babies or something. Like,
I got something that you should do that I do that my wife walks away from me.
I love it. Do it.
You ever go to the pizza places with the restaurant in the back? Nothing fancy.
Yeah. Mulberry Street. Yeah.
You'd realize how many people actually say, I walk over, ooh, that looks good. And so many people say, well, you want to taste? You'd never realize how many people say that. And I sit down with the people. I'll sit and sort of have a conversation and then let me taste the food.
Oh, so then
You walk past the food, it looks good. You say
I
something
said,
like,
sit
yeah,
down
it
and
looks good.
taste
You
with
want
the
some?
people.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I had one person.
I would also sit.
I had
I
one
would also
person
sit.
having a barbecue.
I like it.
And this is
We're going to
a
a
Brazilian
restaurant,
steak. It was
We're
so
not going to spend a
good.
dime.
They invited me back up
Probably.
to the house, and the guy had Johnny Blue and all this top liquor.
Yeah.
And he says, you got to take a bottle home with you. I don't know this guy from heaven, nothing. And he's saying, take this bottle, take this. You're not going to insult me if you don't take it. And I was a good friend.
Wow. And
That's
that
how
was good
friends start.
friends with him.
That's how friends start.
And you met him at
That's how
Costco.
friends start. Somebody buy me a bottle. You could be my friend. Yeah.
That's it. You
And he met him at Costco eating a hot dog.
Costco. He takes you to meet to get the samples at Costco.
Listen, I got to ask you something. You were talking about your wife and a beautiful wife. Is it true? Are the rumors true? Your wife is an ex-Playboy bunny?
Yes.
Really?
What?
Look at her
Playboy bunny or
picture.
Playboy
What?
playmate?
I
We
ain't
got the
telling you.
pictures. LA,
You're
got
not
to the
telling me?
pictures of
People
the
start
We don't
looking.
have
Playboy bunny.
We-
You don't have the pictures?
No.
How you going to bring it up not have the pictures?
You got the pictures.
I-
See, that's
I don't
why
know.
I say to people, part of the act, people don't believe me. They said, look at you. What the fuck? You kidding me? I say, come on, man. I was young and cute at one time. You know, come on. You know, I'm married 44 years, man.
Yeah,
what do you
that's
expect?
great.
Yeah.
You know?
And
It's
what-
a good life.
Did you get her out of the
Good life, bro.
Out
the
of the
Playboy
magazine.
Playboy mansion or what?
I went twice.
Really?
One time was funny. We went out there, and to get in is a big rock in
Vegas.
front of the place. And it's like a bell that you ring to get in. And at that point, I said, you know who we are? And the guy said, good, thank you. And bing, that was it. Bye-bye. The other time we did go. I mean, it's fun. It's different. You know, it's pretty girls.
Yeah.
Then we did the shows, like you have the girls come and give autographs and everything. And that is the funniest thing to ever do. Because they have different booths, and the girls charge like $5 for this, five.
Yeah.
And you get the nerds that come over and say, oh man, you got a good job. Look at you. I wish I had your job, man. I wouldn't even want to get paid for that job. Look at this. Whoa, how much you know?
That's how they talk. He's so right.
The nerds. Remember from Big Bang Sheldon's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was really, really pretty.
Right.
She was at the show, and these kids, well, I mean kids, they were 18 or better, legal. Yeah.
Oh, because not only is she hot looking,
thought
but she
people
was on
did-
Big Bang Theory. I mean,
Oh my God.
that's every nerd's delight right there.
There's so many stories.
I don't know. I watched this show. I don't know who we're talking about.
His-
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Sheldon's sister.
Sheldon's
Sheldon's
sister.
sister, not young
All right,
Sheldon.
no, anyway, keep going. I'm not gonna take that story.
Oh, he doesn't want to hear it. Okay.
No, it's your segment. I'm sorry. I didn't
No, that's fine. There's a lot of stories like this I could say to you. You know, baseball stories, this story. But mostly I enjoy the comedy.
All right, and now with the comedy, do you constantly write new material? Or
I
you
do, but you know, because you have to be prepared that if I go to a show and it's this crowd, it's one kind of set you could do.
Right.
And usually everyone does similar sets, the same thing.
Right.
But if I get somebody and I'm doing my Woodstock thing, you know, you would understand, but you get guys that are 25, 30 years old, you talk about Jefferson here. I was at Woodstock, August 69, lying on the grass, smoking doobies like this. The guy next to me says, hey man, you want some of this? Acid, LSD. Sure, why not? I'll pop it. But he neglected to tell me it was a 50-year time release. That's why I'm so messed up.
Guys tripping now from that.
I took so much acid at Woodstock that by the time I woke up, Jefferson Airplane was Jefferson Starship. See, you guys would get this.
We get it.
Right,
yeah.
because we
You
know.
get-
I mean, I was at
That's because you're
Woodstock.
all old like me.
Yeah, you guys. You were at Woodstock for sure. You were
I was at Woodstock.
and you were at Woodstock.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
Did you guys canoodle or anything?
No.
There's a lot of shit. going on.
100,000 people. We didn't know each other.
I didn't know nobody.
Who counted all the people?
Yeah, I know.
Did you ever see
they
the
claim-
movie?
that was the
Watch the movie.
The Amish there
Yeah,
were
watch the
counting
movie.
people.
They
There was
said
Amish people there,
500,
they were
like 500,000 people.
right.
I
How come
came-
the number changes every time I hear about
Oh, I
Woodstock?
know.
Who knows?
It always does.
It was
It
a
was
lot.
just
It always
everybody.
does. I came home with double pneumonia
I didn't tell my parents
From
for 2
Woodstock.
years.
from Woodstock.
You
Yeah, I
sure it
was
wasn't
in
like
the
a
hospital.
herpelitis or something?
No.
No, you know what
No,
happened?
because it rained. They don't
rained.
emphasize.
I remember the mud. But
There
we
was
don't talk about
mud,
the
there
rain.
was
Oh,
rain.
but you all were partying. I partied in the rain before. Like, yeah, I get it.
I didn't
Yeah.
tell my
Yeah.
parents
Yeah.
for 2 years. I was 16 years old.
Yeah, I was just a little bit older than you.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't tell my parents I smoked cigarettes back then.
Yeah, oh no, my mother knew I smoked. She didn't know everything that well she does now.
I had my whole wall with
Angels know
Marlboro
everything.
boxes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
The whole wall, Marlboro boxes, so you could stash stuff in it. And, you know, she never looked.
And you
God
were
bless.
16 and you,
So it's a different world.
Well, I
back
started
then.
Yeah.
smoking.
Yeah,
at
that
14.
was
I was
16
smoking
when
at
he was
14.
16 was 30.
Yeah, it
You
was
know,
a different
yeah.
thing.
it was, the drinking age in New York State was 18 back then.
I wasn't a drinker. I was more of speed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know,
Second alls, two and alls.
I didn't really. No, I didn't like
name
them. 'Cause
dropping.
Name dropping.
one time I tried Seganol's. I was in the movies, so I pop one. Nothing. I said, okay, take a second
I
one.
never even heard of
Nothing's
these.
happening.
Because it takes a
One
while.
more, I walk out of it. Oh, shit,
my
man.
Barbiturates.
Is that like mescaline?
Barbiturates, no,
No,
downers.
Not at all.
Oh,
That was
damn.
no, it wasn't mescaline. Mescaline
More like
was
a
little lower than-
Quaalude.
I never
Quaalude.
even knew what. I'm old. I'm too young for
Quaaludes
mescaline.
is a,
No
Quaaludes,
Quaaludes.
no.
but you
The only
like
thing I know
speed.
about Quaaludes
you
is
miss
Wolf
good
of Wall
drugs.
Street. Wolf of
Yeah,
Wall Street
Wolf
is
of Wall
what I
Street.
know about
Yeah.
Quaaludes. It's like I drove the car home, wasn't a scratch on it.
Quaaludes was like a match. You give it to a girl and whoop,
Yeah. Yep.
All right, but like
Let's
you were
get off
talking
that
about, you were
subject.
talking about speed. The famous ones were the Black Beauties,
Beauty.
yes,
Yellow Jackets,
697 was
697. I was thinking of the.
Two and alls
It was white
were
and tan.
The blue and the red. Second alls were the red, or vice versa.
red was the Seganol's.
Second alls and the blue and the red were.
That was Tumanols.
God, my son's gonna watch
We
this.
did one time. We
If you
still
all got
got
any of those left, I'd be
No.
interested. You know what I mean?
They
I'm
don't
like,
even
example
sell
it,
them
you know.
anymore.
Oh,
Would
we hung out at
it
a
wouldn't
park
do
in
anything
Bayside.
anyway now.
Now they'll cut
And we used to
fentanyl
do a lot
into
of
it
speed.
now. Whatever.
So
Yeah, now
three
it's
of
that
us
stuff.
was spit out of our faces. This other guy was on Ludes. So we said, hey man, we're gonna kick a trip. You wanna come, Ira? I said, yeah man, okay. Get in the car. 24 hours later, we're lying on the beach in Miami.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my God.
Ira
Oh
says,
my God.
what up, man? I gotta go to work.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
See, all those movies that you see from the 70s and the 60s with that's all true
The
stuff.
Days of Confused and
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah, all
cool.
that stuff is real. It happened one way or another to
You
somebody.
busted my mailbox.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Okay.
A lot of stuff happened.
You busted it.
All right, so what do you guys got coming up? You have
I
this
got Thursday with Greg.
Greg Criticos.
Yeah, and
In
then I
Astoria.
got, I was, okay, May 26th is my actual 44th anniversary. It's my son's birthday.
Oh, cool.
Last year, I did a show on that day. Mistake. So this year, I told them no show. Because what happened last time when I did the show, my wife says to me the day of the show, you really going to do that show? So I get there and I do the show. And people say, well, where's your wife? I said, I'm going to get one freaking day off. They let me go, you know, so I'm not doing that show. And then I think I have some outdoor show with Greg on the 23rd, 26th. I don't know. I got a bunch of shows.
All right,
coming
but
up.
on your anniversary, you're taking your wife out. So.
No question about it.
On our anniversary, I was in Las Vegas.
Well, that's good. I wish I could do that.
Tell me what you did in Vegas. So
But didn't
you
I
stayed
take
to
you out
Paris.
before you
Stayed
went?
at Paris.
Did you go to Fremont?
We went on Fremont Street the first night we were there. We
The
took
old one.
the trolley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't take it.
When you're talking about when you took the one chick, I don't know if we got second stuff or what, but
We
you,
got time.
you took the one chick for her first time to Vegas.
Yeah.
And I remembered my first time in Vegas, and
Okay.
and that was 2011, my
Pocketed
pops
Vegas.
took me. All right, shout out to Pops.
What?
When we had reality TV,
Oh,
Pops
yeah?
watched, called in, everything, every show. You know, like shout out to Pops. And I went to Vegas in 2011, fell in love with the
I
city.
have my money
Oh, it's
clip
great.
But
with
I
the Three
remember what
Stooges.
it's like on the first couple.
So
days.
I had about $500
It's
in there.
so
I'm in a
much to
cab. I get out of
take
the
It
cab
is.
and
It's overwhelming.
gone.
So
Yeah.
we took it
But I
slow.
didn't know if it
You
happened
know,
before or
we
after.
did it slow. We
I wasn't
no
worried about
alcohol
the money
during
because I would have
day
lost it in
because
Vegas
they'll
anyhow.
ruin you.
Right.
My money
Then
clip.
you drink at night.
Oh,
Three
yeah.
Stooges.
Have
I
your
wanted
dinner.
that.
Go to the
That's when
machines.
eBay was around,
Go
so I
to
was
the
able
crap
to get
table.
them. So you
what
got
are
a
gonna
new
do,
one?
and then you get your free drinks.
So I never adjusted to the time zones out there because everything is 24 hours. So instead of me coming back being all fucked up on time zones, I just rocked with when I'm up, I'm chilling. When I'm sleeping, I'm sleeping.
Exactly.
You know,
That's
and
how it has to
because
be.
everything out there, you watch the sunrise, you watch the sun, and the times is different. You know, and this and that.
She
And
goes to the bunny
No,
ranch?
but everything is
I
open
never
24
made it.
I
That's
hours.
was
I love
invited to the bunny
That's
ranch.
what I love. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm sitting there. It's like 9 a.m. in one of the casinos, and my buddy David at the time, he's rocking this one machine, and I'm just chilling. I'm like, whatever. And I don't play a lot. I play a little bit, but he plays a lot. And then so I see this one broad walking through the thing, you know, and I'm like, wow, she's smoking on. It's like 9 a.m. I'm fucking rocked. We've been drinking for like 7 hours, but it's 9 a.m. local time. You know,
Right,
it's like
right,
it's
right.
a wild time. And then she walks right past. I don't know what to say. I go. Hey, I think you got really pretty hair. What am I gonna?
Well, that was a good thing.
Right? What am I gonna say? I don't know what to say. Because I'm like, and she walks past and she saw me looking, so I had to say something. So she comes over, she goes, hey, what's up? I go, how you doing? She goes, I go, what are you doing? She goes, yeah, I'm gonna go see my friend. I says, all right. I says, you know, so what's up? And she's like, you want my number? I'm like, dude, I'm such a G. I got numbers like what? Girls are throwing numbers at me. I'm like, that wasn't what it was. She was a working lady.
She was a
Oh, she's a working lady.
Oh, yeah.
So
So
we're
it's just
talking-
seeing them at
we're
9
talking
o'clock in
to
the
her.
morning.
Right.
They just got done from upstairs and they're going home.
No, she was on the way somewhere
Oh, on the-
because
well.
she didn't even have 2 minutes to talk to me. She just wanted to give me the number. Now we're texting this and that, and she tells me,
Well, prostitution is legal in
in
Vegas.
Nevada,
Yeah, in
not
Nevada.
in the city of Vegas.
No,
That's,
no,
No, it is
no, just the
now.
other way
is
around.
now.
It's illegal in Vegas.
Vegas.
right.
But
That's what
it
I'm
is
saying.
legal
Not
in Nevada.
In
Right.
Nevada, not in the city of Vegas. Right.
Right.
But you know, everybody got their
No.
papers like
No,
dogs and this and that.
no.
Tell me.
Prostitution is not legal in the city. Call girls, the high-end call girls,
Right.
they get away with everything.
There's
Right,
a
right.
loophole for anything
It's just
you
a
want
play
to
on
talk.
words.
But
Right.
here's how it went
Sex
down.
workers.
I'm texting
Sex
with her,
workers.
and she told me 200 an hour.
I wanna become a
and I'm
sex
like,
worker.
Absolutely not. And, you know, not,
Well,
you
that's
know,
cheap.
that,
200 an hour.
I
That's
think
a
I'd get
good.
into work if I was a sex
It's a good
worker.
price.
200 an
honey.
hour for a very attractive dude like this. I think I'm
be a sex
overpaying.
worker.
I'm overpaying.
Did you think she was
I
going to
used
pay
to get
you?
200 an hour back in my day. Back in my day, when it was still brown on the sides over here. But no. So I'm texting when I go, hey, listen, no, thank you. You know what I mean? If you get off work later and want to have a drink, let me know. Like, whatever.
You can
And
be a
she
good
goes,
sex worker in Florida.
no, Florida.
You make a lot of money.
No, Florida. She goes, I could give you the girlfriend experience, is what she says.
Well, they do that. They do that. All
What's
the
that?
older gentlemen
The
are
girlfriend
with the...
experience?
Yeah.
I want you to lie to me, bitch at me, steal my weed, and fuck my friends? Can I just get the hooker experience? Or like, it's like when you get home.
Well, we'd sit at in the restaurant and watch them at the bar with the old guys that had money, and they would be all with it. But Kathy didn't know, and they would, was all the beautiful
The
women
new
and
girl that you
everything.
brought for the first time. Yes.
She learned
Tell
a
me
lot.
this. Tell me this.
She learned a lot. She had a lot of fun, and she learned a lot when she was in Las Vegas. That's for sure. But
Got a good education there.
yeah, but it's beautiful. I mean, you go to all the hotels are gorgeous. That's what
Oh,
you
yeah.
go to the hotels and the shows.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just it's amazing.
What shows did you see?
Well, we only really saw. We went to the Sphere and we went to the Wayne. The Wayne.
I love the
and-
way you described the Sphere, by the way. Like,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
but the
with
new
the levels.
hotel WYNN which is actually more expensive and more beautiful than
Wynn?
the
It's
Bellagio.
called
The
Wynn?
Wynn, more beautiful than the Bellagio, which was the hotel in Las
I think
Vegas.
the
At one
Venetian.
time, yeah.
I think the Venetian is nicer than
The
Bellagio.
Oh, I love the Venetian.
But
We
there's
went
no
on the
flavor.
gondola ride.
You gotta go to the
Oh
gondola
my
ride.
God!
But I went the
Beautiful.
last time I went on a gondola ride. I sang the songs.
Did you?
Yeah, and
Isn't
it was
it
like
funny how they're all Chinese and
anything.
Mexican, and they're all
How does
singing
everything?
opera Italian.
What
Yep.
kind of songs did you sing?
I was just freestyling, but in like Italian opera, and I was talking about my day, and then so I like to rent a scooter, a Honda Spree, a Vespa, when I'm out there. Beep, 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 beep. I buzzing around. I go on the sidewalks and shit. I go up to the what's it called, the outlet mall. And I
Right.
go see Mike Krasner, shout out Mike Krasner, Jack Slammy, all my boys out in Vegas. And I go in and I pick up some stuff that I need or whatever. And but it was hot. It was hot, and I was
It was
on a
97.
vinyl seat with
2
my
weeks
drawers
ago,
on.
I was there in April. It was 97. They've never had it that hot.
April and October. The only 2 times a year to go to Vegas, April and October, all right? And I'm like, I
wanna
got
go
a
in
pimple
December.
on
Columbia
my little
just now.
butt from riding the scooter to the mall. And I was just
right
singing
through
an
you.
opera
Columbia?
song, like whatever.
I was in Cartagena
When?
2 weeks, 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
That's
3
where
weeks
the
ago
tan is
because
from.
I follow you on social media.
Yeah, it
That's
was in
where you got the tan.
Cartagena.
With your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know where I'm told.
Oh, so it was all right
She
there.
went to travel around. So the last year we went on a cruise and then to Italy and
Nice.
all those
Oh, yeah,
places
he
over
went
there.
everywhere.
Spain. Went to the Vatican.
No,
Yeah.
you didn't.
It's amazing.
Yeah, go on his Facebook page.
And
He's
then
got all the
the
pictures.
Leaning Tower of Pisa and
That's
the
cool.
Colosseum. Some of this stuff's really like outrageous.
Amazing.
But it's also 130 degrees in the shade.
Jesus.
Yeah,
It's hot.
yeah.
That's right by the equator.
We went this time when she made me walk. I walked in 4 days, 18 miles,
Oh, man.
because she wants to see everything.
When
Yeah.
you're on vacation, you just know you're going to be walking.
Oh my God!
Especially Vegas.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what happened to me in Las Vegas. My ankles swelled up really bad from all the walking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though we took a Uber or a taxi to the hotel, we were walking between 2 and 5 miles a day just around the hotel.
He did 14 miles, this guy over here.
Yeah,
No,
I
but
could
when
do
you sit
that.
by the
Crazy
pool
about
and the
walking.
massage people come by, if you're sitting by the pool, they'll come around.
Yeah. And
is cheap,
is that
We never got in
What
the
do they
pool.
do?
Food there,
Yeah.
super cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Where?
In
Europe.
Colombia.
in Colombia?
Colombia?
Yeah, you could,
Well,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
like a 16-course meal with ribs and the whole bit, $40.
What was,
Wow.
the,
Nice.
what was the best meal
That's
you
how
had
much
over
my
there?
cocktail
What was the who?
What was the best meal you had over
40
there?
bucks.
Okay. The last night we went in, it was ribs, but the ribs were like this, not bones.
Okay. Oh,
Ribs,
Yeah.
potatoes, and salad.
Yep.
2 drinks. My wife had seafood and all the other junk that goes along with it. Drinks also.
Yeah, nice.
Desserts, coffee, the whole bit. And they had entertainment. They had a band. It was really good. It was $38. With
Get
tip.
out of here.
With
With
tip.
tip.
Get out. What'd you 10%?
That's why everybody goes to these places and everything.
I went into the
Yeah.
store to buy, I have some for the room. I bought 2 sodas and 2 waters. $4.
Wow.
Everything.
One coffee this
Do they have
size,
Colombia-
Las Vegas, $7.99.
No,
Columbia
I
weed?
used to take,
You go into the
you
drugstore,
went-
you could get
gotta stay
everything,
on the
Viagra and all that
Fremont.
stuff
You
over
gotta
the
stay on
counter.
Fremont.
Oh, yeah?
There's Dunkin' Donuts, there's
Too many
Starbucks, there's
people.
everything.
I couldn't. I listened to
Too
that stuff
crowded.
on all the
Oh, yeah, I like
other
the
stuff.
people.
Yeah.
I'm too
They
old
shut
for
me down
that,
off of
like,
that stuff. I couldn't listen to
can't.
that on Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
You can't afford too much. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now, marijuana is illegal in Colombia. But it grows like,
Not in
It's
Cartagena.
legal in Vegas.
They had where we stayed was called behind the city wall. The whole town was behind a wall,
Wall.
so it protected it back in the 1600s from boats coming over because it was right by the water. So it's
So,
still
but now
there.
you're now they're protecting the people that come from the water from the people inside.
Right.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But they have also the houses. You cannot change the outside of these houses. They're from the 15th and 1600s, and they have all the original stones and these big ass doors.
that's
Oh, it must be
beautiful.
gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
The
It really is.
architecture, I'm sure
So
it's
I'm
gorgeous.
asking the tour guide, why is this door so damn big? He says, because the horses go in with the people at the end of
they're
the day.
still sitting on the horses. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then there's a small door. So what the hell's a small door for? It's just for the slaves. What do you expect?
They did. They had little doors.
That's
The
true.
slaves go through this other door.
Oh man.
And they got hawks out there like it's crazy.
Hawks?
Hawks.
Yeah, I heard. I have a few friends who are Colombian, and they told me a lot of exotic birds, like the condor.
Yeah.
There's a lot of condors. There's a lot of exotic birds in
That's why I
Colombia.
want
But
to
it's
go
different.
to.
I was back in the
Costa
90s,
Rica.
early 90s. I went to Bogota. That's when what's his face was around, and all the cocaine was going on.
Oh,
Yeah, what's his
Scarface.
Yeah, that's
No,
yeah, that's-
no, we talking
Escobar.
Escobar.
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar.
I didn't realize
Pablo
it at the
Escobar,
time.
Yeah.
People walking around with white machine guns and everything. It was fucking nuts.
Well, that's when I went to South America, Venezuela, years ago, and on a cruise, and then you go down with the bus and you see all in the mountains, all the poor people live because it's only poor and rich. That's it. There's no middle class.
Right.
And then there's all the armored tanks and everything that was in there. I was like, what's going on? And you go through these gates with all these army people, and it was like, I don't even know how tall the freaking thing was. All the way around the entire village was a wall. You weren't allowed to go in there where the hotels were and everything. It was like, it was scary as
It's scary.
hell.
It's scary.
And I said I'd never go back.
Okay, anyway, you're watching the Travel Channel. You've been watching the Travel
the
Channel for the
Gagootz
past hour. The
Travel
Gagootz
Channel.
We're
The
talking
Gagootz
about our
Show
trips,
Travel
we're talking-
Channel.
Sometimes we be tripping, that's all.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, we're talking about Vegas and
Yeah, it keeps it
Okay,
fascinating.
let me tell you about my wife.
All right, let's hear about your wife.
We're
Shit,
running-
the Playboy
Yeah,
Got
the timer went out. You wrap it up.
Okay.
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 I do what I'm told. I know what was there's 3 words that I never ask a woman. Why did you? Because nothing comes good after those 3 words.
Remember that, hon. He's really good. I have to say, he's
I have
really
to be
the
good
best.
because my wife told me to.
Yeah, no, he is. He's really understanding, very understanding with me.
Do you have a choice?
Yeah.
He ain't saying. He's a smart man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
talked
is,
about
he
it.
is.
Hey, listen, I'm Betty.
So let's
Rizzuti.
just touch real quickly.
Yep.
You are going to be very quick.
Yeah, June 8th, McGuire's Comedy Club. Other than that, Mr. Lee West on all of the social medias.
Arnie Price
Arnie.
this week and
This week, Rat.
what? Greg Criticos.
There you go.
There you
I'll be
go.
there Thursday.
That's
Oh,
what
that
I
is
thought.
Mr.
There
Lee
you
West.
go. I think I'm
All right.
doing something with
Sorry.
Dan Romano too. I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
sure.
Okay.
I gotta ask my wife.
There you go.
And
There's
there's shenanigans.
There you go.
Shenanigans.
That's the one.
Shenanigans.
Okay.
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 Good night.
Good
Thank
night,
you all for
everybody.
watching. Take
Thank you,
care,
guys.
everybody. You've been watching the Gagootz Show. Thank you, Lee West.
Thank
Thank you,
guys.
Arnie
Thank you,
Price.
darling.